You might as well get on your feet. You know what's gonna happen. Go ahead and stand up. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get some energy. Let's get some certainty. Let's go. We're back. We're back. Guess. Everyone guess with me. Yes. When is the absolute worst time to speak at an event? After lunch in San Diego at 1:15 p.m. Are we gonna let this happen? You guys, let's bring the energy. Let's bring the certainty. Are you all ready? Then say yes. Say yes. For the rest of the afternoon, we are going tactical. We are going strategic. Find your outcome. Find your outcome. Right now, you are the 1%. Change, pivot, adapt. Move your pennies from the left to the right. Outwork everyone. It's not about always doing more. It's about caring about the career you have. Care about your career. Care about being in this room. Be where your feet are. Say it. Be where your feet are. You guys, this is our time. This is our fourth quarter. And the way you end is the way you start. Crush the fourth quarter and you will have an extraordinary 2024. Are you in? Yes. One last time, say yes. Yes. With that being said, we are going to bring to the stage the muscle of our organization. It is Sharran!
Well, at least we have to replace the cabinets before to sell.
No.
Why are you arguing with me on this?
Why are you trying to spend money we don't have?
Why settle when our home could be worth more?
Oh, you want to talk about settling?
I see this all the time. A couple wants to sell. One is fine selling as is, and the other wants to sell for top dollar.
You are just like your father.
Says the woman who acts just like her mother.
This could all be easily avoided. I use Revive. They let sellers renovate before they sell by creating a custom designed plan, providing the contractors needed, and fronting the cash. So money is never an issue. Revive takes all the stress out of remodeling and lets you skip this nightmare so you can focus on what you do best, selling.
Revive. Win more listings. Sell for more. Save more marriages.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to the CEO of Revive, Michael Alladawi. How many of you have heard or used Revive in the past? Give me a show of hands. Wow, amazing, amazing. Michael, please sit. So, one of the things that I think a lot about is when you walk in a living room, how can you stand out? How can you stand out? And one of the tools that I love more than anything else is what Michael and his team have built at Revive. And to give you saw a piece of it. So Michael, question for you. Why did you start Revive?
That's a good question. Sometimes I ask myself that as we're scaling and I have all these problems. I'm like, why did I start Revive? So, you know, I've been in real estate for 15 years. I was a flipper and builder. I've flipped over 1,000 homes. And what Revive is doing is automating home flipping for consumers and working through real estate agents to deliver that as a solution. So I think because I was in the business and I kind of was good at it, but I also saw that I did things with ease that colleagues and friends and even my family, when they were selling their home, they couldn't maximize the value of their home, and I wanted to make that accessible by the everyday person.
So, for super basic.
Yeah.
We have an agent in North Carolina, Miss Heather Cook. She's like, hey, I have an opportunity to utilize Revive. What do they do? How does it work?
Yeah. Well, first let me say that Many realtors don't realize this, but you're flippers, right? Every time you bring a listing to market, make no mistake about it, you're flipping that home. And whether it's a paint and a stage or a full gut, the definition of flipping is positioning an asset in its best light to sell for the most amount of money for a profit, right? And so, so I think that's important to know as agents. And I think that, you know, generally speaking, the media has glamorized flipping your home and bringing it to market. And it looks so easy, but it's really hard. And real estate agents play a really critical role in helping guide their clients to profit the most out of their home, or just at least know what are the options that you have. And so I think for agents, knowing how to do that and having a partner that helps you not be burdened with all of the crazy stuff that go along with, you know, flipping a home.
Yeah. So here's what Michael's talking about. How many times have you walked into a home and you're like, man, if they actually spend $20,000 remodeling this kitchen, we could get this home sold in 3 days. How many of you, just give me a raise of hands where you've ever felt that. But what's the rub? They don't want to spend the $20,000 to remodel that kitchen, and now no matter how much advice you give them, now you're the bad person giving them the advice. Now they have to pay the 20 grand to hire you so that you can sell it faster. Do you ever feel that way? I'm sorry. Do you ever feel that way? Yes. That is the problem Revive is trying to solve. Would that be fair?
Well, actually, yes.
Yeah.
But also, let's just say they had the money and they agreed for doing this like kitchen remodel. Who gets to do all the work?
Yeah.
Who gets to bring find the contractor, manage them, and when things go wrong, who looks bad or who has to suffer time-wise? So I think it's both. I think money is definitely a big hurdle for consumers, but it's also like finding and managing contractors.
Yeah.
And so that's, I think, the other piece of the puzzle for renovating a home.
So how does Revive kind of both manage the money and the service and the contractor component in that process?
Sure. Revive is not a contractor. We've built a network of vetted, supported contractors in which we do everything for them, literally, right? Whether it's the you know, talking with the client, putting the scope together, doing the estimating, the design, the procurement, the permitting, the legal aspects. Contractors on Revive's platform only do one thing: they manpower. That's it, right? And that's how it was when I was a flipper at scale. I never called a contractor and said, hey, can you tell me what it would cost for this? Or could you tell me how long it takes to get permits for that? No, I gave them a plan. I said, you're gonna execute on this. Yeah. And so we're allowing now the everyday average consumer, through their realtor, to be able to tap into the same type of system that a professional flipper would typically be able to leverage.
Awesome. So you said something to me backstage about the more transactions we do, the more money we make. Is that fair? Just give me like a nod or something, right? And Michael was talking to me about, what if you could have multiple transactions with the same client in a short amount of time? Would that be somewhat interesting? Okay, how does this 2 bites at the apple work?
Yeah, so I think, you know, I've given a lot of thought to this, right? Like you know, obviously when you help a client renovate their home, it sells for more, you make more, right? But with the market where it is and half the transactions, and when Revive has built this like infrastructure, this flipping machine, if you will, one of the products that we have is when you go out to a homeowner that wants to sell their home and has a big value add, but has an urgency to sell today. That means they can't wait 6 weeks for that renovation. Revive could act as your investor, where we help basically flip that client's home, give them a first check equity extraction, putting some money in their pocket, taking care of whatever their financial distress is, and then we put it through the regular system, we renovate it, and then you, the agent, get a second transaction where you resell that home at double that value, and that's 2 transactions, one on the as-is price and one on double the price. So you can almost 3x your commissions, and just think of all the possibilities in terms of being proactively soliciting or finding those types of clients.
Did you guys track that? Yeah. 4 people tracked that. Did you guys track what Michael was saying, right? So Michael, how do we smoke out a transaction or an opportunity like that when we're talking to somebody?
So, I mean, I think there's gonna be a QR code somewhere, but I think anytime you have a listing you should set up a free listing consultation with a Revive Home advisor, right? They're going to tell you everything you need to know about that, what you could do with that transaction, right? And I think the start is have a conversation. That we have like 8 people here today. We're hosting a happy hour in an hour from now. Have a conversation, connect with someone, learn about all that Revive has to offer, because obviously we don't have so much time where we can get into everything. But I think connect with Revive, learn about all the different offerings. But really it's as easy as entering in an address when you have a listing and then see what all the possibilities are.
So as an agent, if I have an listing opportunity, what I should be thinking is, yeah, I'm going to run some comps. Yeah, I'm going to prepare for this listing. What should is that the time I talk to a Revive advisor?
Certainly, when that is the case, absolutely. But I think you should be way more proactive than that. I think when you don't have a listing, when your phone isn't ringing off the hook, right? That's the time where you want to acquaint yourself with as many solutions as possible. And I think reaching out to Revive and finding out, hey, how are other agents prospecting with this 360 program where I get to, have Revive buy this home and then resell it and I'm the agent? How do I position Revive's Renovate to Sell as a tool? I mean, agents are doing all kinds of creative things with our tools. And so I think the time is now. Find out what is a good plan for you to implement, to be proactive, so you can have a better offering to those potential clients.
Awesome. So do you have maybe in the recent past an example that comes to mind of, hey, here's an agent, Steven brought us in on this transaction and these 3 things happened, just to bring it to life for us?
I mean, gosh, I have so many examples. I mean, we have examples of agents prospecting with 360 where they're literally looking online at listings that have been on the market for 60 days that are, less than attractive. Clearly investor type of deals where they're calling that agent and saying, hey, could we partner on this? Like, we could buy this now and then we could co-list and sell together. Wow. That's an example of a prospecting that some agents are doing. But I mean, the beautiful thing about, what I love about building Revive is we've created really win-win-win-win, right? So, obviously the consumer is winning, right? They're selling their homes for more, they're solving their problems. The realtor is winning because they're bringing that solution, and they're also able to up their commissions. But the contractor's also winning, and Revive is fulfilling its mission of helping consumers maximize the value of their homes through realtors.
So good. Yeah, let's get the QR code put back on. Here's what I would love can I get a commitment from all of us? When we walk into a client appointment, when we know the opportunities, when we know the options, there's a great quote that says, when you don't know your options, you don't have any. Let's say it again, when you don't know your options, you don't have any, right? When you know that there is a strategy, like you can have a partner like Revive and the client says, well, I'm not spending 20 grand on my house, or I would like to do a project, but I really don't want to manage it, and you are the solution, but you know that you have a partner in this process, it makes you stand out like there's no other. So can I get a commitment from you that not only are Revive partners and sponsors of ours, but also they have an amazing offering, that's why they're here with us today. Can I get a commitment that you will find a Revive advisor and say, hey, explain this to me, just so you understand the tools that are available to you? Can I get come on, give me a yes. Can I get a commitment for that? One more time, can I get a yes? Awesome. Let's give it up for Michael Alladawi, CEO of Revive.
Thank you. Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.